Life in Ireland. The most difficult country and most expensive place to live. Travel documentary. Discovering Ireland. A modern glimpse into the Emerald Isle. Nestled in northwestern Europe, Ireland is a small yet culturally rich and independent nation known for its warm people, green landscapes, and deep historical roots. Dublin, the capital and largest city, serves as the country's economic and cultural hub. The Republic of Ireland occupies about 5/6 of the island of Ireland, with the remaining 1/6 forming Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. Often called the Emerald Isle, Ireland earns this nickname from its lush, verdant countryside. Much of the nation is covered with rolling farmlands used primarily for grazing, with mountains rising near the coasts. This stunning natural beauty is a hallmark of the Irish landscape, drawing visitors and inspiring poets and painters for generations. Irish people are widely seen as friendly, polite, and easygoing. Small talk and good manners are essential in daily life, even among strangers. You'll often hear "please" and "thank you" in conversations, and rather than being direct, the Irish tend to phrase requests in a softer, more indirect manner. For example, instead of saying, "open the window," you might hear, "I was wondering if you could open the window, please." Despite this warmth, forming deep relationships with locals can be a slow process for outsiders. This stems partly from Ireland's complex history of hardship and resilience. For centuries, Ireland endured occupation and rule under England and later Britain. The country's most devastating period came during the Great Famine in the 1840s, when a potato blight led to mass starvation and emigration. Approximately 1 million people died, and at least another million fled abroad. Since then, Ireland's population has never fully recovered. Today, just over 5 million people live in the Republic of Ireland, far fewer than in 1845. These trials have shaped the Irish psyche, resulting in a strong sense of loyalty to family and community. Tight-knit social circles are common, and while friendliness abounds, breaking into these established groups can take time and patience. Geography and global connections. From a geographic standpoint, Ireland enjoys a strategic location. It is one of the closest European nations to North America and serves as a fantastic gateway to the rest of Europe. London is just an hour away by plane, while popular cities like Barcelona and Rome are accessible in just 2 to 3 hours. Ireland's proximity to these destinations makes it a perfect base for international travelers. Today, Ireland is home to a growing expat population. Roughly 1.1 million foreign nationals now live in the country, making up nearly 22% of the total population. With English as one of the official languages and strong cultural ties to Europe, the UK, and the United States, Ireland is a popular choice for students, professionals, and families seeking new opportunities. Safety and healthcare. Ireland enjoys a reputation as a safe and stable country. Crime rates are low compared to other parts of Europe, and police officers, known as An Garda Síochána, meaning guardians of the peace, generally do not carry firearms. Only in extreme situations, such as drug raids or terrorism threats, do officers use weapons. Gun ownership in Ireland is also relatively rare, with just 7 civilian firearms per 100 residents, far below countries like Switzerland. Healthcare in Ireland is largely publicly funded. All permanent residents are entitled to healthcare services, although some out-of-pocket costs may still apply. The Irish healthcare system, managed by the Health Service Executive, HSE, has earned high rankings internationally. In fact, it placed second in the 2022 World Index of Healthcare Innovation. Low-income individuals, those under 70 earning less than $1,000 per month, and residents over 70 with incomes below $29,000, are eligible for free healthcare services. Others may need to purchase a medical card to access major hospital services. That said, there are some downsides. Waiting times for non-life-threatening procedures can stretch from 10 to 14 hours due to high demand and staff shortages. In 2022, over 440 Irish doctors left for countries like Australia in search of better working conditions and pay. Life in Irish cities. Dublin, the capital, is home to more than 500,000 people and boasts vibrant expat communities. It's also the academic heart of Ireland, housing Trinity College and University College Dublin. However, living here comes at a price, literally. Dublin has earned the title of the world's most expensive city for renters. Monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center ranges from $1,900 to $2,300, with suburban areas slightly cheaper at $1,500 to $1,900. Factors like neighborhood, apartment size, and condition play a big role in price variation. For a more affordable option, Galway on the west coast offers a slower pace of life. Smaller than Dublin, it features stunning ocean views and a strong cultural vibe, though it receives frequent rainfall. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Galway typically falls between $1,200 and $1,500. Cork, Ireland's second-largest city, lies in the south. Known for its laid-back feel and affordability, Cork also has a strong job market with the presence of global companies. Housing market and cost of living. Ireland's housing market is currently facing a major supply crunch. Property prices rose by 5.4% in the year leading up to January 2024, with Dublin seeing a 4.5% increase and other regions rising by 6.1%. Rental prices are also steep, particularly in major cities. If you're used to the housing markets in London or New York, you might not be shocked, but newcomers should brace for high costs. Getting approved for a mortgage in Ireland can be challenging, especially for expats. Foreign residents are often considered high-risk borrowers, and even if approved, the interest rates tend to be less favorable. That said, one silver lining is that Ireland does not impose water taxes, as long as your usage stays within the annual limit. Work-life balance. Ireland offers a better work-life balance compared to several other countries. The average full-time workweek here is 39 hours, shorter than the UK's 42-hour average. Part-time work is common too, averaging 20 hours a week, which is higher than the UK average of 16 hours and similar to Scandinavian norms. Although the Irish workweek is slightly longer than in places like Germany or France, the emphasis on personal time and part-time opportunities contributes to a healthy work culture. The role of pub culture. Ireland's pub culture is a central part of its social life. For many, this is part of the country's charm. Whether it's meeting friends after work, watching a game, or celebrating life events, the local pub is a favorite gathering spot. However, if you're not a drinker, this aspect of Irish life might feel overwhelming. Alcohol consumption remains high in Ireland. According to recent statistics, about 44% of adults drink weekly, and the average person consumes around 10 liters of alcohol per year. Prices, however, have risen sharply. In 2022, Ireland introduced a minimum unit pricing policy, making it the most expensive country in Europe for alcohol. Taxes alone account for a large portion of the price. Temple Bar, one of Dublin's most famous pubs, is known for its location and its vast collection of over 450 rare whiskies. But be warned, it's widely seen as a tourist trap. Prices here can be 30 to 50% higher than elsewhere, and you're unlikely to meet many locals. For a more authentic experience, try pubs away from the tourist hotspots. In recent years, the government has pushed for more responsible drinking. As a result, several sober pubs and alcohol-free social spaces have popped up across the country. National holidays and traditions. March 17th marks St. Patrick's Day, Ireland's national holiday and one of the most widely celebrated cultural events. It honors St. Patrick, the 5th century missionary credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland. On this day, streets fill with parades, people wear green, and communities come together in a joyful celebration of national pride, complete with music, dance, and feasting. Fuel prices and transportation. Fuel prices in Ireland are among the highest in Europe, primarily due to significant government-imposed taxes on both gasoline and diesel. As of now, drivers in Ireland pay approximately $2.10 per litre for gasoline and around $2.05 for diesel. Over 50% of these costs are taxes, which include excise duties, carbon taxes, and value-added tax, VAT. These taxes are part of Ireland's environmental policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions and encouraging the use of public transport or eco-friendly vehicles. In contrast, fuel prices in the United Kingdom are slightly more affordable, but they are still high compared to global standards. Meanwhile, the United States enjoys some of the cheapest fuel prices in the developed world, largely due to its low fuel taxation policy. To illustrate the gap, Irish motorists pay almost double what Americans do at the pump and about 20 to 25% more than British drivers. These high fuel costs affect not only private drivers but also have broader implications for the cost of goods and services in Ireland, as transportation expenses for businesses are passed on to consumers. For those considering a move to Ireland, this is a crucial factor to keep in mind, especially if you plan to drive frequently or live in a rural area where public transportation is limited. Public transport in Ireland is decent in major cities like Dublin, Cork, and Galway, with services including buses, light rail, such as the Luas in Dublin, and commuter trains. However, public transportation options in rural parts of the country are far less extensive, often making car ownership a necessity. Fortunately, many Irish cities are becoming more bicycle-friendly, with expanded bike lanes and public bike rental systems available to promote greener commuting alternatives. The high cost of fuel, combined with ongoing environmental initiatives, has also led to growing interest in electric vehicles, EVs, in Ireland. The government offers incentives such as grants and tax reductions for EV purchases. Weather and sports. Ireland is well known for its gloomy, damp, and unpredictable weather, a characteristic that's both charming and frustrating depending on your perspective. It's not unusual to experience a full cycle of sunshine, clouds, drizzle, and wind, all within a single afternoon. This variability makes it essential to dress in layers and always carry a raincoat or umbrella, even on seemingly sunny days. The climate is classified as temperate maritime, meaning it stays relatively mild year-round. Summers are cool, with average high temperatures around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, while winters are cold but not extreme, typically ranging from 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, 35 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Snowfall is rare, particularly in coastal regions, though light snow might occasionally fall inland during the winter months. While this climate keeps the landscape lush and green, earning Ireland the nickname the Emerald Isle, it may not appeal to those who prefer sun-drenched days and consistent weather. Despite the rain, the Irish do not let the weather dampen their spirits. Instead, it fosters a strong indoor culture centered around community, conversation, music, and of course, sports. When it comes to sports, Ireland offers a unique and passionate landscape, especially through its traditional games, Gaelic football and hurling. These sports are more than just games, they're a deep part of Irish identity and pride. Played under the organization of the Gaelic Athletic Association, GAA, these amateur sports draw massive crowds and command a national following. Gaelic football is similar to a blend of soccer and rugby. Two teams of 15 players each compete to score points by either kicking the ball over the opponent's crossbar or into a goal. It's fast, physical, and energetic. Players represent their local counties, and top teams compete in the All-Ireland Senior Football Championship, which culminates in a grand final held at Croke Park in Dublin. Hurling, often referred to as the fastest field sport in the world, is played with a wooden stick called a hurley and a small hard ball known as a slitter. The aim is to strike the ball into the opposing team's goal or over the crossbar. Like Gaelic football, hurling is fiercely regional, with long-standing rivalries and deeply loyal fan bases. What makes these sports even more remarkable is that the players are not paid. Despite the fame and intensity, Gaelic athletes remain amateurs, balancing day jobs with demanding training schedules. This spirit of community, loyalty, and love for the game is something truly unique to Irish sports culture. Aside from Gaelic games, Ireland also has a strong presence in rugby, soccer, and golf. The national rugby team is one of the top-ranked in the world and enjoys widespread support. Golfers from Ireland, such as Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry, have made their mark globally. Soccer, while not as dominant as in neighboring England, still has a dedicated following, particularly among younger fans. For newcomers, immersing yourself in Irish sports, either as a spectator or participant, is a great way to connect with locals. Attending a match at Croke Park or a local GAA club game can provide a window into the country's social fabric and community values. Visas and immigration options. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can enter Ireland without a visa for stays of up to 90 days. For longer stays, work, or study, you'll need a proper visa or residency permit. These can be based on employment, education, or family ties. There's also an immigrant investor program, which allows wealthy individuals to gain residency by investing at least €1 million in approved Irish projects or by donating €500,000 to arts, culture, sports, health, or education initiatives. Another popular route is through ancestry. If you have an Irish parent, grandparent, or even great-grandparent, you may be eligible to apply for residency or citizenship based on heritage. Applications for visas or residency should generally be submitted through your local Irish consulate or embassy before traveling. Conclusion. Ireland offers a unique blend of old-world charm and modern convenience. From its rich cultural history and tight-knit communities to its thriving expat scene and world-class healthcare, the Emerald Isle continues to attract people from all walks of life. Whether you're planning a short visit or considering making it your home, Ireland welcomes you with open arms. But don't forget your umbrella. If you enjoyed this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Slán go foil, that's goodbye for now in Irish.